Hi, good evening. My name is Melvin Bailey, Executive Director of Community Mill Empowerment Project. And I'm sitting here with
Andrezej Pozniak, Contractors License Training Center, owner and founder of Chicago Roofing School as well.
Great. So now, today we have a real exciting show because what we're doing with Community Mill Empowerment Project is living to the mission of creating partnerships, public and private partnerships with partners who's looking to make a difference in our community to make sure that we can change lives and make sure that people will change their mindset. We are working on a culture of young men and women that we have to deprogram. When I say deprogram them, get them prepared for the workforce, get them prepared for school, get them prepared to change their mind. So, with no further ado, I want to jump right into what with Andy, so he can explain. He has a roofing school, so please explain to them the roofing, the school, and the criterias, and your class size and the location.
Our school is located in Chicago, Illinois, and on Foster and Cumberland. We teach classes for roofing contractors. They have hard time pass that roofing exam in the state of Illinois. And the class is 4 days, and what we do over there, we teach them actually material which helps them to pass the exam, the state roofing exam. As well, we teach and train contractors. We train contractors. We show them the way how to work on the projects and teach them trades and all kinds of things they are needed to be done on the construction site.
Great. So let me ask you a question. Can you show them how to properly bid a roof? To estimate a roof.
So not on this class. There's several different programs we have.
Great.
Okay. The one program we have, it's strictly teach these people how to get and go through the roofing exam.
Perfect.
And the rest of them, they are teach them how to be a contractor, how to bid the stuff. Majority of my work is public adjusting. So what I do, I adjust claims and then I have to estimate them. So that's how I know how to estimate construction sites and
Great. So did the viewers hear that? But so you can reach us at 312-738-1060. So did you guys really understand that? Okay, I am so grateful that we have a caller right now. We're gonna dive right into it. Caller, you on your name. Please state your name and your purpose and the purpose you're calling. Caller, you there?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Can you? Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sam is the only thing that...
I can barely hear you. Can you turn it up? Do I need to? Unfortunately, I can't turn it up in here, but if you could turn up your phone or...
Wait. Sam is the only thing that will save us.
I'm sorry?
Sam is the only thing that will save us.
Well, I do apologize. I can't hear you, but if you can call us back so we can really understand what you're saying, we really appreciate it. But we like, because we know your call was very important, and we want to answer all the calls. But like Andy's saying that, with the school comes responsibility, and the school comes of making their own time, and that's what we want to stress with our viewers and the people that is moving forward. Now, for legal reasons, we did not discuss the price, but once you call 312-738-1060, that will be another conversation for you and Andy at another time because of illegal ramifications with the show. And we do want to make sure that we're not breaking the laws with CAN TV. But at the same token, now, when he talked about the school, now I want him to talk about claim adjuster, because a lot of our viewers and a lot of our seniors a lot of times that they don't understand when they have a leaking roof. They don't understand that when the shingles or the siding off the off their property, or where the claim adjuster come in at to help them understand the insurance and the claim. Can you please speak about that?
When the roof is leaking, it's not always our insurance claim. That's the first answer to your question.
Okay, great.
First, we
glad
have
you said
to recognize the cause of that leak.
Okay.
Maybe it's a storm-related leak. Maybe it's a wear and tear leak. Your policy is constructed. The insurance company will owe you the money and pay you the money only if this leak is caused by the loss covered by your policy. So, if it's not, and it's just only wear and tear because the roof reaches age and then it just start deteriorating to the point everything is leaking inside the house, that doesn't mean the insurance, they owe you the money for it.
Right, and I'm glad he said that, because I'm you hear me when you talk about roof, let's call the insurance, but he, like he said, he come out with his expertise to talk about and see if the roof qualifies for insurance claim. So that's great.
Yes, first you have to identify that problem you have on your roof or siding or whatever part of the home has this problem, and you have to see if it's covered by your policy. Check with your insurance agent or the public adjuster. Call an expert and ask them that questions. Sometimes call the roofer, call the contractor. Maybe they will say something. They will tell you some story what cost is for that kind of damage.
Right. And so I want to tap on back to your school. So the school is a four-day school, 4-day class?
It's a 4-day class from 8 to 4.
8 to 4.
It's pretty long hours.
Okay.
And is people, we have 98% passing rate.
Oh, great. And the location is, you said is it on Cumberland and Foster? That's the location for the school?
Cumberland and Foster. I don't know if you can say that. That's fine. But you guys can call in again if you want more information and more details on the school. 312-738-1060. So again, we really walking a fine line because we don't want to get our viewers and get Can TV and get them mad at us, because we will cross the line. We don't want to cross the line. But you see in behind us the name of the program, we Community Male Empowerment Project, but we Community Development and Awareness. So what we're doing is empowering the community, empowering people, making sure that they understand about awareness and what they can do and what they cannot do to make sure that their life can go on to be effective and I mean, because now we're in 2017. We're not going backwards. We're going forward. A lot of development is coming in the city of Chicago. You got right here, this medical district. You got like an $800 million project coming up. So we need to get some of these training programs. We need to get in these classes so we can be better prepared, and so we can let folks know that we want to be employed. So here's one of the first training class that we're talking about, but then we're going to be coming to you guys with other training opportunities as well, because what we want to do is this. We want to set up a curriculum and an opportunity that you can work, because the next we want to prepare the next generation to work on these construction sites. We tired of seeing people in our community that don't look like us that benefit from this tax paying, state paying money that supposed to be going to the community, and unfortunately it's not going to the community, but we want to make sure that we tap into that. So again, like Andy was saying, we want to make sure that we work with him and he can work with us, and we form a partnership that we can make sure that that partnership move forward and effectively, because we want to make sure that we're changing lives all the way across the board. So again, you're saying that, and the reason why I'm saying it twice, because I want my viewers, I want them to understand, when you're talking about claim adjusters and, how they can really benefit. You know what I mean? How they really can benefit. To pass the state exam, that's not the big deal, is to work later on. It's to show them that road, how to get the things done.
Right.
That's the most important part. To get the license,
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing. But if you're getting the license and you don't have the car,
Right. Right.
you're not driving.
That's
still,
true. That's
okay?
true. Right.
You need
Right.
the
Right.
two components.
Right.
See, I come to this country in 1993
Mm-hmm.
with nothing, with no language, $400 in my pocket,
Mhm.
and no future.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so I start as a 20-year-old boy
Mm-hmm.
with nothing.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so nobody showed me the road,
Uh-huh.
how to get to the success. I have to find out this road.
Right.
So what I'm willing to do, I'm willing to show all these young people
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the road to the success.
Right.
Maybe they're not gonna be a super rich millionaires like Donald Trump.
Right, right,
Okay.
right.
Maybe they're not gonna own 300,000 buildings around the city
Right.
of Chicago. But what they going to do? They're gonna wake up in the morning
Mm-hmm.
and they not gonna starve.
Right. That's very important.
And
That's
they
very
gonna
important.
have money
That's
for
very
bills. They're gonna have money to support their family, to go on vacation. What I can do, I can show them the road to provide the normal life as a normal citizen, and that's what I'm preparing to do for you guys.
You see why I love this guy. I love this guy. You hear what he said. He's willing to show, and that's what we need to do. We need to show our young generation how to eat and make sure that they can feed their families, because that's the ultimate goal. Why so much mayhem and so much carnage is going on. Folks are trying to feed their family, but unfortunately, if they don't have the proper tools and the proper language and the education, you see what happened. You see the carnage that's going on in our community. So, I love what he just said. You hear what he said. He's saying he's willing to show the generation, the next generation, how not to starve.
You cannot have better example. I come to this country with nothing.
Okay.
So-
As you can see, this is a live show. I got my producer on the other side, pointing at me. I don't know if I'm doing something right or I'm doing it wrong, but my producer is pointing at me, but I'm going to sit up a little bit straighter so I can make sure I'm doing things right. So, again, and as you can see, this is a very serious topic, and it's about community development and awareness. So, and please, call us when you call in, 312-738-1060. As you can see, I say them numbers fast, and I'd be saying it wrong, but I wanted to slow down and say it and give it to you guys correctly so we can move forward. And again, I'd like to thank, we're not through by far. We still have a few, 10 minutes or so for the show. But again, this program and the future programs is I'm going to bring several guests. Me and Chris will bring other guests on to empower the community and to empower the people so they can be empowered to change their lives. And after this program and after these shows, before long, we're going to have you to come to a school such as his school. And then we're going to have you come to another school where you're going to see him and other of our guests into the school where they're doing mentoring, where they'll be doing mentoring the next generation to make sure that they can be successful. Like he just said, you probably ain't going to own 300 million homes or 300 units, but guess what? You're going to eat every day and you ain't going to starve. No.
That's correct. That's
Right.
exactly what we need to do. That's,
Right.
if there is the will, there is the money.
Right.
If there is the will, there is the money.
And I like that. And we used to say, wills, there's a way. He said, there's a will, there's the money. And that's what we need to take. That's what we need to take into consideration. Take that concept. Is there's the will, there's the money. So again, we're going to be coming to you guys with other exciting guests after guests, that's going to talk about their programs and how we all can form and get together to make sure we're coming together collectively to move this agenda forward. And just a sidebar, I had a real meeting with some well, I don't know who they are. People can say who they are, but I don't. That's the proof is in the pudding. Getting some phone calls from some people say they from Donald Trump camp and they want to come to Chicago. Well, and I want to tell my viewers this. We not Democrat or Republicans, we broke. I can't believe we'll put a title on something, claiming a party that don't claim us. How you gonna say you're a Democrat and our community is looking like it's looking? How you gonna say you're a Republican and our community looking like it's looking? Only our main concern is whoever's helping us, we're gonna help them. That's all we care about. If you're not helping us to move this agenda to get these vacant lots, put houses on, put commercial properties on, put, some development, bring new development into the city of Chicago and the south and west side where all this crime is happening at, man, you're not for us. You're not for us. You just talking. And you're just talking. So again, I want to make sure that you guys are following us every Monday. You guys are following us every Monday to make sure that you hear the next guest come on, the next speaker. So, because, I guess we have roughly maybe 10 more weeks left, maybe 10 or 9 more weeks, I'm not quite sure. But nevertheless, you will see us on the TV, in the community, saying the same thing, carrying the same message, going to City Hall, Washington, D.C., carrying the same message. I almost talked about finance, but I ain't going to talk about no finance. We want to make sure that his class grow. We want to make sure that it grows, that he got to open up another school. Because every time he's like, man, we sent so many viewers down to his school, he opened up another school and opened up a longer class session. And that's what we want. We want to make sure that they be empowered and they understand. That younger generation, you think about that younger generation, we got the, with the younger generation, they're more visual folks. They got to see it, in order for it to work. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, I see it. That's how the younger generation did.
The younger generation, they just want to feel that cash.
Yeah.
That's why we have so much violence and they not going the road they supposed to.
Right.
And if there will be any matter for these young people from the beginning, and some of them, you understand, young people, they just got nowhere to go. They have nobody to talk, so they turn into the games and they start doing the bad things and stuff like this. But if they will have the place where they can go and learn the trade,
That's
okay?
it. Learn the
if
trade.
they can learn the trade, it will provide them the money. They will never struggle again.
That's right.
I think they will choose that road. I understand some of these young people, they think, working is not good, and they want to show off, they want to have nice car, because we are living in the century where nice things, they are nice, and you see them on the TV all the time, and people, they getting excited when they see that stuff, and what do they have in mind? I want to get this stuff. When you want to get this stuff, and working for $10 an hour, you're not gonna buy it.
Right.
Even if you wanna take the loan. So they go the easy road. The easy road, the best case scenario, you're gonna end up in jail. The worst case scenario, you're gonna end up in the cemetery.
That's right.
So what we're trying to provide you guys is the program. We'll put you into the program, and we will teach you and give you the road you can take, and you can have this job, study income, and make a lot of money. That's not
the key. Right.
That's not small change.
Right.
You can become a business owner. We will teach you how to do the business.
Right. And see, that's the key. And what he said was key about the trades and you guys making money. And that's where we come in at, me, you, and other folks that's like us, that's like-minded, to deprogram them, to show them that everything that's shining is not gold. So don't think you're gonna, that instant gratification. You cannot get the microwave blessings and think, put everything on 30 seconds and give it to me right now and it's gonna be peaches and cream. Society don't work like that. You have to work for it, and you have to have some skin in the game, so to speak, and some sweat equity. Sweat equity is into the school. You got to go to school. You got to get the trade. If you're not going to high school, because high school is not for everybody, you got to get the trade. And that trade will take you further than you can ever imagine. So that's why we here on this CAN TV, Me and you, we're going to be out in the community. We're going to be down at City Hall. We're going to be taking this message everywhere to let them know that somebody care for them. And that's what they need to see, that somebody actually care.
But the most important thing, they have to care about themselves.
That's right.
If they don't care about themselves,
right,
we cannot help them.
Right.
They need to have a little bit care.
Yeah, they got to have some at least compassion for themselves. Right. And so that's what we're going to do with them. We're going to show them to give them that, showing that, man, you got to love yourself. We love you, but you got to love yourself in order to make a change. Yeah. We love you. That's why we're here talking to you. You know what I'm saying? So once we do that, and we get them that, and they sincerely see me, you, and other mentors, I believe, you know what I'm saying, we're going to have a positive outcome and a positive look, a positive spin on their lives. And that's all we can do at this lifetime, on this earth, at this time, is give back to the next generation. Because you never know, the life you save might be your own. So we want to make sure that we're saving a life and making sure that these kids have a different outlook. I think we roughly have maybe about 2 or 3 minutes. 2 minutes. See, listen. This is live. They raising one finger up. I don't know what that one finger means. I think it means one more hour, cause I show ready to talk. See, they don't raise no one finger to me. One finger. Listen, we have a lot to say. Me and Andy have a lot to say. We finna take over the airwave. We're gonna be on YouTube. We're gonna be a podcast. We're gonna be on Facebook, taking this message to the people. We have to take over the social media to take this message to the people so they can know. Just like our next guest coming on behind us. He doing some powerful things in the community. Look at that wrap up. Man, I don't know what wrap up mean. I don't know what wrap up mean. Please.
Thank you.
So until they cut me off there, that's when I'm leaving. She better cut that microphone off, because I'm gonna keep talking. So again, you will be seeing us out in the community. Our next speaker is a dynamite speaker. He do awesome work in the neighborhood as well. So you'll see all of us pushing the same agenda, taking the same message to the people. So, and that's the only way we're going to change the mindset of this next generation. That's the only way it's going to happen. So again, you'll be seeing us next week. We're going to have another guest on, and we're going to make sure that we can get Andy classes filled with a lot of enthusiasm, people that's willing to change their life around, so we can keep going.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming. Thank you very much. All right. So